Hi, and welcome to Science P.5. I am teacher Aina, and today we will talk about animal adaptations. Now, have you ever wondered how animals survive in their environments, especially the animals that live in the desert or cold region? Let's find out.
Before we start, let's unlock some words. Hibernate, to go into deep sleep for a long period of time. Migration, the moving from one place to another at different times of the year. Behave, to act in a particular way. Sac, a bag-like part of a plant or animal that contains air or liquid. The survival of living things is affected by the factors in its environment. To stay alive, living things have features that help them cope with the living and non-living factors in their environment. These features are called adaptations. Adaptations help living things to cope with non-living factors in their environment, get food, air, and water, hide from predators, and reproduce. Adaptations can be structural or behavioral. Structural adaptations are physical features of a living thing that help them to survive, just like the stick insects. They blend into their surroundings to escape from predators. Behavioral adaptations are actions that animals do to survive, just like the fishes. They swim in a large group to protect themselves from predators. Now, let's take a look on the different adaptations of animals. Adaptations for moving in water. Some animals have body parts that help them to move in water, such as turtle and seal. They both have flippers that help them swim in the water. Penguin and frog have both webbed feet. They use this in paddling through the water. Most fishes have streamlined bodies which help them move quickly in water. A streamlined body is narrow at both ends and broad in the center. Adaptation for breathing in water. Animals need oxygen to stay alive. Animals that live in water can get dissolved oxygen into water or oxygen above the water. Fishes have gills that help them take in dissolved oxygen from the water. Crab and mud skipper have gill chambers that store water. This keeps the gills moist, allowing them to take in oxygen from the air. Animals like dolphin and seal have both blowhole, while sea lion and crocodile have special nostrils that open when they are at the water surface and are tightly closed when they are under the water. Some animals like bats and birds are able to fly. But how are they able to do it? Let's find out the animal's adaptation for flight. Birds have strong flight muscles which allow them to move their wings. They have feathers which are light and strong, which they keep warm so that the muscles can work properly. The bone of a bird are hollow yet strong. Unlike human bone, it has more air spaces. This reduces the body weight of a bird, making it easier to fly. Adaptation to hot conditions. Animals that live in hot environments, such as desert, have adaptations that allow them to live in hot and dry conditions, such as Camel. Camel is able to survive without food and water for a long period of time. This is because it has hump that stores fat as food in its hump to survive for a long period when food and water are limited. Large and flat feet to walk on sand easily. Long legs to keep its body away from hot sun. And long eyelashes to keep sand out of its eyes. Fennec fox has bat-like ears that radiate body heat and help them cool. Feet that helps them perform like snowshoes and protects them from extremely hot sand. And long and thick hair that insulates them during cold nights and protects them from hot sun during the day. Some animals such as Gila monster, kangaroo rat, and tokay gecko hide in the shade to avoid the sun. They look for food during the night when the temperatures are cool. Adaptation to cold conditions. Some animals live in the cold regions of North and South Poles, where temperatures are very low. Many different species of animals live in cold environments. They have adapted in many ways to survive the harsh climate and conditions. Polar bear has a thick layer of fur which traps heat. Its skin color is black that absorbs heat from the sun. It also has a blubber, a thick layer of fat under its skin that helps keep it warm. Just like the polar bear, sea lion, walrus, and seal also have a blubber. This keeps them warm. While grizzly bear hibernates when the environment becomes too cold and food is hard to find. When it hibernates, its heart rate and breathing slow down to conserve energy. Other animals like wildebeest and barn swallow migrate to warmer places where they can find food easily before winter begins. Now, let's see how animals adapt when it comes to their food. Adaptations to getting food. Frog has long sticky tongue that reach out and catch insects that came closer to them. Butterfly has straw-like body part that reach deep into flowers to get nectar. Eagle has sharp, strong talons that help them catch and tightly hold onto their prey. Wolves hunt in groups to help them catch large prey. Adaptations for eating. Herbivores like cow, horse, and zebra have strong and flat teeth which helps them cut and grind leaves. Carnivores such as tiger and lion tend to have sharp teeth which are used for tearing meat. Adaptations for protection against predators. To survive, animals need to protect themselves from predators. Animals like turtle and tortoise cannot move quickly, but they have hard shells that protect the soft parts of their bodies from predators. Porcupine fish scare away predators by inflating their body with water and expose their spines. When inflated, they look big and dangerous to its predators. Coral snakes have bright colors which warn predators that they are dangerous. Some animals and insects like leaf insect, stick insect have body color or patterns that blend in with their surroundings. This adaptation is called camouflage. This prevents them from being seen by predators. Arctic fox is able to change its fur color when the season changes. This is Arctic fox during winter, and this is Arctic fox during summer. Some animals, such as elephants and zebras, live in groups. Predators find it difficult to attack an animal when they are in a group as compared to when they are alone. Lastly, the adaptations for reproductions. Animals use different ways to attract their mates so that they can reproduce. Peacock has a beautiful feathers that opens up to attract a peahen for mating. Female glowworms give off light from their bodies to attract male. Let's review. Animal adaptations can be structural that talks about the physical features of animals or behavioral that talks about the actions of animals. Animals adapt for their breathing in water, for flight, to hot conditions, to cold conditions, for getting food, for eating, for protection against predators, or for reproduction. It's trivia time! Do you know that snails can actually sleep for up to 3 years? Snails need moisture to survive, so if the weather is not cooperating, they can actually sleep up to 3 years. During this time, the snails will secrete mucus over their bodies to protect themselves from the dry, hot weather.
And that's all for this episode. Thanks for learning. See you next time.